Am I the asshole for telling my brother's girlfriend that he had a vasectomy when she was telling us about their plans to settle down and have a family? My brother, Mark, who's 40, won the lottery when he was in his 20s. It was $1,000 a week for life. He was young and wanted to travel. He dropped out of school and has spent his entire adulthood basically seeing the world. He comes home to visit every few years, and we FaceTime with him when he's near a signal. He doesn't travel first class or stay in expensive resorts, so he has actually built up some nice savings. He came home with a girlfriend, Haley, 28 this year. Hold on. Okay, Mark's 40, Haley's 28. They met when they got stuck in South America during the pandemic. She's been traveling since she graduated from university, and she works out of a laptop. I, female 54, live in the same city where I was born. I love it here. I love being close to my parents and my grandchildren and most of my siblings. Mark hated being the youngest of 8 and always swore he would not have kids. Our parents were older when they had him, and they didn't have the energy for him, truth be told. Mark came home when he was 30 and told us all that he had had a vasectomy and that he would not be contributing to the world population. Haley is a pretty young thing, and she is also intelligent and sweet. I can understand why anyone would fall in love with her. We're having a family barbecue to celebrate Mark being in town. There were maybe 30 people at my parents' house. I was talking to Haley about her future plans now that the world opened up again. She said that she was ready to settle down and start a family. I asked if they were planning on adopting from one of the countries that they traveled to, or if they would try in North America. She said they had talked about it and would be having at least one child of their own. This may be where I messed up. I asked where Mark got his vasectomy reversed, or if they were having in vitro fertilization. I know they can harvest juice from a testy little sucker, even after a vasectomy. She went very quiet and went over to Mark. They spoke, and then they left. Mark called me later that night to scream at me for ruining his life. He hadn't told her, and he was planning on just continuing to travel and maybe adopt if they decided on it. He said I shared private medical information and that he never wanted to see me again. I apologized over and over. I seriously had no way of knowing that he was planning a future with this girl without telling her a pretty big piece of the puzzle might be missing. I feel bad for him, but I think he should have told her. Before we get into the update, your brother? Ew! How? No, you are not the asshole. He is. The fact that he would lie to somebody and let them believe that he wanted to have a child with them, knowing he couldn't, and he planned on marrying her under said false pretenses? No, you're not the asshole. Your brother is an absolute jerk. No, I've been doing the math in my head, $1,000 a week, so we're talking $52K a year. Maybe if he's backpacking and doing like hostels and stuff in Europe, maybe, but that's really not a lot of money to live off of. And that just seems like, I don't know. He must live a very modest life. And if he can and is happy, then all the power to him.